I don't mean to be controversial, and I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings. You are not stuck. Most people are not stuck. You're just unwilling to pay the price required to change your life. You're just unwilling to pay the price to change, period. Before you cancel me and get mad, hear me out. I already know what some of you are thinking and probably saying out loud to your screen. You don't know my situation. You have no idea what you're talking about. Some people really are stuck. And you're right. I get that. I don't know everyone's situation. Some of y'all are dealing with stuff that I can't even fathom. Health problems, your money, bankruptcy, homelessness, family problems. Man, that old life can be brutal. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the people who say they want to change, but they're not willing to do what change requires. I know, because I was one of them. When I weighed over 300 pounds, I told myself all kinds of bull crap. I don't have enough time. I'm too busy. I'll start Monday, maybe next month. I'll start after the holidays. Does that sound familiar? The truth was way more simple than that. I wanted the results. You want the results, but you don't want the process. I wanted to lose the weight. I just didn't want to give up the habits that I had. I wanted better health. I didn't want to change anything. I read all the books. I knew how. I wanted a different life. But I was not willing to pay the price for a different process to get a different life. That's where most of us get stuck. 74% of us are overweight. Not because your change is impossible, but because it's so god dang uncomfortable. It's hard. Everybody wants the transformation. You want the after pick. Nobody wants to do the work. You want to get out of debt. There's a price. You want to lose weight? Again, there's a price. You want to get sober? Big price coming. The big work is coming. You want a better relationship with your significant other? Surprise, there's a price. You want to start over at 57 like I did? Trust me, there's a price for that too. Question isn't whether you can change. You can. The question is whether you're willing to be uncomfortable enough for the change to happen. Here's what I've learned during my change. The life you want is on the other side of the stuff you've been avoiding. The difficult conversation, the early morning walk, the budget, the doctor appointments, the dang workout, all your responsibilities. Finally, the truth. For years, I was just convinced I was stuck, but I wasn't stuck. I was terrified, scared of failing or looking stupid, scared of trying, finding out I couldn't do it. Eventually, I realized something. Staying the same was hurting more than changing. That's when everything started to shift. Everything. At 57, after losing 75 pounds, getting healthier, getting sober, rebuilding my life, here's what I know. Most people aren't stuck. You're not stuck. You're waiting. Waiting to feel motivated, waiting to feel something, waiting to feel anything, waiting for a perfect moment. You might be waiting for somebody to save you. It's not going to be easy. All that stuff is never going to happen. Perfect time isn't coming. You got to save yourself. Change doesn't get easier. Change gets harder. You get stronger. Then you can do it. You're not stuck. Maybe you're standing at the edge of a decision you've been avoiding. Maybe the life you want is waiting just on the other side of that. If you're starting over like me, please type "I'm in" the comments so I can see you doing it with me. If you'd like some help getting started in that journey of taking the next step, I'm an accountability coach. It's what I do. I've helped a lot of men and women. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate your time, and I'll see you on the next one.